Hey, hi, hello, there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it a thing or what, but so the topic of this week is how to deal when your SO is away. Because we met online, it made it a little bit different when Russ and I have handled it. Once we started to really care about each other, we still hadn't seen each other in person, so our definition of missing each other was different. I would say to him that I miss him. It was different though in that I miss talking to him. I miss our conversations. I miss the messages. And that was more so what it was. And yeah, I would, and even before we met in person, I still would get upset that I missed him. Now that I've met him, it's definitely a different dynamic of, yeah, I actually miss his touch now. I can say that. Before I couldn't say it at all. It's kind of this new feeling, and it almost feels like a new feeling. It isn't. I almost feel like it's harder. Like, I expected it, but I didn't really realize how much it would impact me. I thought I was gonna be like crying like all the time. I know for me right now, it almost feels like it was just a dream, or it happened like forever ago, and it only happened about exactly a month ago that I saw him and was with him for a week. Russ and I are very, very open with each other. Since we started talking, actually, we talked to each other about how I'm worried about him, or how I'm feeling, where I can see us going, different things that we need to talk about. That has turned into what we call a 2-week check-in. So it just kind of happened that every 2 weeks is when we have a check-in, and we still do it. And even now it's gotten to the point where we say, I need to have a check-in soon. Okay? And he knows, and it opens up the communication for us. One thing that Russ actually did for me was starting 50 days before we met each other for the first time, he came up with what's called a 50-day countdown. And what he did was he wrote on little notes, little blurbs, and some of them were really sweet, and some of them were goofy, and it was like, I'm a ninja, like, so every single day I had a note to look at. So I always had something to look forward to, especially when he wasn't there. It meant a lot for me to have something like that and just like love him even more. The next thing I suggest is writing letters. Not even just, this is what's going on and I love you so much. Russ's Aunt Laura actually would write on different things. Like one time she wrote a letter on a plate, like a paper plate. And then another one, she wrote a letter on a placemat. So get really creative. I know Russ and I, we drew pictures at the end of our letters. We would write in different colors. Another thing that's really awesome to do, for if your SO is deployed, or even in a long distance, care packages are like the best thing ever. I sent Russ 2 care packages so far. I sent him one in September for his birthday, and I'll show you a couple pictures. But as you can see, like, I just sent him fun stuff, and I decorated the box. It's a good distraction. This is the second care package I made, and I love this one so much. So ninjas is like our thing. I'm the sensei and he's the ninja apprentice. So that's why I had little ninjas all around. That's him, and then the little like ninja girl is me. So that was his Halloween care package. That was so much fun. It took forever. Like, it took forever to do it, but it was so worth it. He loved it. Like, he absolutely loved it. Especially that I drew them. And as you can see, I didn't really pack as much. In both of the care packages, I just got stuff from the dollar store. It was cheap. I'm a broke college student. I mean, so all I really got was just crap stuff. And another thing that Russ told me that he really loved was when I send him pictures, either by email or by Facebook, or sending videos. I love sending videos, can I tell you? Because typing to me is just a pain in the butt, and I'd rather just record and talk and talk and talk. Russ would go out on like 3-day missions or something. He would have like 4 or 5 videos to come back to, and he loved every single one of them. Because I told him about my day, I told him good things that happened, I told him bad things that happened. Actually, another really good thing, I would suggest talking to their family too. Whenever you feel comfortable. I feel like I'm talking to a part of Russ. I talk to his mom like every day. It's really helped because she knows her son more than I do. She knows him in a different way, and it gives me somebody else that I can definitely talk to about him, and it's not weird. That might help as well. You know, there's the classic getting his smelly t-shirt. I have a smelly t-shirt. That was more for me after I met him. So all of that stuff I said was mostly for before I met him in person. As you can see by the rest of the beginning and almost my entire video, I try and stay positive, and that's my biggest thing. He told me that I became his escape, basically, from deployment, and that's not a bad thing. He tells me all the time that he's like, you make me forget that I'm here. And sometimes we forget that we're Skyping because we just feel so close. I would talk to him about stupid stuff. Like literally, I would talk about my day, everything stupid. You know, the little things really do help. That was why I mostly stayed positive all of the time, because I realized how much of an important role that I played in his well-being, being over there. Once he and I started to get close. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be sad. Oh my goodness. Yes. I think people who are starting out with deployments, girlfriends, fiancés, maybe wives, whoever, if it's their first deployment, I don't know if they really realize how much they really impact their SO when they're over there. In a good and sometimes in a hard way with, you know, if you have bills. I mean, Russ and I didn't have that. We don't have that. We don't live together. So I think that's something that you shouldn't forget, is that you make a difference. And you chose each other to go through this together. So yeah, that's really how I deal with missing Russ. It's definitely hard, and it's not something that's fun. But we push through it. If any of you guys have any other questions or want to talk, have any other suggestions, there's a link down to my personal Tumblr down below. And down below is also the link to the Milso Tumblr. And you can write there as well. Also, hit the subscribe button up there. And hit the like button. I will see you all next week. Yeah. Bye.